So my name is Torrey McClain. I am a sophomore at Palmer High School. At my school, I am a varsity cheerleader. I love bringing joy to people just on like the daily basis. And I also sing in the choir. I've been singing since I was in third grade, and I've been doing cheer since I was in fifth grade. I also take Japanese at my class. I'm a second year Japanese student, and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite classes. I really want to go to Saroma, Japan, my senior year. My Japanese teacher is Miss Swick, and she's the one who got me kind of involved in this awesome competition because she knows that I want to be a K1 teacher when I get older. I want to join a loop school so I can have 2 years with the kids instead of just one, just to get to know their strengths and weaknesses more. And she kind of took me under her wing. I'm not in her Educators Rising class because my schedule is very full trying to get my credits done. And she found me before cheer practice and was just like, hey, I think this is something you'd like. And I ended up like loving it. I've learned so much from this experience, and just it's really been awesome for me to see the lesson planning side of things so I can use that in the future. Miss Swick also reached out to Miss Krista Hayes at Mockton's Elementary, who actually coincidentally was my fifth grade PE teacher, and kind of got her advice just from the elementary school side of physical education. And Miss Hayes sent me a lesson template and some ideas, and she showed me this awesome thing, which is the what, how, why technique. And that stands for what you're doing, so describe the activity, how you're going to do it, so the steps and everything, and why you're going to do it, because the kids love to know, what they're going to achieve out of this. And so I really took into consideration the what, how, and why technique when I was making my lesson plan. And I really appreciate her giving that to me. She kind of became my mentor teacher. But during the lesson that I taught, I had 9 kids ranging from ages 3 to 9. And we covered a bunch of different main topics. The first one that we did was introductory activity, and that was just kind of to loosen everything up, get to working on how to do the basics of ski. And so during that introductory activity, we did self-introduction. So I just gave a brief, hi, this is who I am. Thank you for coming. And I had the kids introduce themselves. I think that was in there, and that was really cute. And then we did the moose drill. And that was really good for them, I think. And it went really well in my lesson because instead of just them hearing it, they got to actually experience it. And we pretended to take off our skis and run and hug the tree. So that's 2 ways that they can remember what to do to be safe when we see moose, because it will happen. And then the next thing we did was learn how to properly put on our skis. And because that's a big step of skiing. And so what I did was I kind of divided the group up. I just asked, hey, who knows how to put on their skis? And whoever knew how to put on their skis, I let just, hey, go ahead, go off, and then come back and show me. And then I just went around and I helped whoever needed help. During that time, one of my younger girls, Nora, she's 3, I helped her put on her skis, and then I helped another kid. And in that time, she had taken off her skis and ran up to her mom. Mom, I took my skis off. And she was so proud of herself. We did it all over again. And that's really good for me because you never know with kids. Like, you have to learn how to go with the flow. And so that's one thing that I've really learned through teaching and through Educators Rising is to just go with the flow. The next thing we did after putting on our skis was the Junior Nordic Chant. And it's just a super simple, just jump up and down, and it just is for fun and to just start off a lesson. And also it helps keep warm because you're shaking your hands and you're jumping. So it's something that we like to teach the kids. And then we practice the angry penguin walk. And that's just how to go on flat ground. We practice squatting low and going around in a circle. And that also helps me to see kind of where the kids all are, because we're in this little loop so I can see everybody. And so I can do kind of an individual assessment where, I can see the fast kids, I can see the slower kids, I can see, their tempo of just their skiing and how the rhythm is. And I can point out little things, and it's really cool. The next topic that we tried to cover was the fitness development portion. And for that, we worked on going uphill and going downhill on our skis. To go uphill, we use the duck walk technique, and you just point your toes out, put your heels together, and you go up. And again, we just went up as a group, and I watched and helped here and there. And then obviously once you're at the top of the hill, you have to come back down. So we worked on going downhill, and we have to use the pizza technique to go downhill. So just opposite duck walk, toes together, heels apart, and you just go down. I have the kids take turns going down the hill, so I can do a quick individual formative assessment on every child just to see exactly what they need. And also positive reinforcement. That's a big thing I've noticed with young kids. Just, you can't discourage them. And so I like to shout out positive things as well as bend your knees, keep it going. And I always try to save the kids who feel like they need help from me last so I can go down with them. And I had this little girl, Daphne, and I've not had some of the kids before because I'm a Polar Cub, the youngest group coach with Matsu Junior Nordic, which is the local ski club that runs through Matsu Valley. And I have not had some of those kids in my group until that day. And so I didn't know all their skiing levels. So Daphne wanted me to hold her hand, and I said, okay. So I went down, and as you saw in the video, I fell. That was not on purpose. So, but then just leading into going with the flow, I use that as my transition into dead bug, how to get up after you've fallen. So I yelled, oh my goodness, Coach Torrey fell. How do I get up? And right away, do the dead bug. Okay, how do I do the dead bug? And it was awesome to see that they knew exactly what it was. They knew exactly how to help me. They knew exactly what to do. And so that was a quick just go with the flow moment. And so then I stood back up, I spread everyone out, and we all practiced doing the dead bug. And so that was our transition into our skill development portion. So then we did the dead bug technique as well as star turns, which is just how to turn around on flat ground, move your skis. And then we moved on to our game or the closure activity. For our game, we played Simon Says, which I really like to play that at least once or twice during my lessons that I usually coach, because I can go over everything that we learned that day. So, here we go, show me duck walk, or show me how to do the angry penguin. And then you can also work on balance. And also it's a really good time to ask questions. So, hey, Nora, when do we do the duck walk? Hey, Eliza, how do we do the duck walk? Or what about pizza? And you can just really kind of get and make sure that the kids understand exactly what the skills are. And then we play, just for fun, the angry or sleeping giant game. So I have to lay down on the ground, and then I pretend to sleep, and the kids slowly creep towards me. And then I wake up and they have to stop. So that teaches quick stops, which are really important for just safety and just overall skiing, but it's also really fun. And then it's fun. It makes the kids laugh, keeping the fun factor high. That's something I try really hard to do. And then question time, it was just, hey, how'd you guys think today went? Some other things I think went really well were the kids' participation. They did so good. They're always good, but that day, extra good. I really appreciated that. Putting the skis on, just going with the flow with that was really, I think, went really well. Transitioning, my dead bug transition, I think I handled that as well as I could. And also I tried to use the upper level skiers, so the 8 or 9-year-olds who have been in upper groups, to kind of go faster and should be role models. Some stuff I can work on is just that I say okay a lot, and I didn't know that. So I think that is what I can work on, is just not saying okay quite so much in my videos. Thank you guys.